Clone Kingdom. The year is 2157. Humanity has finally achieved the long-held dream of immortality. Science has pushed boundaries, creating immortal bodies through cloning technology. Each person has their clone, exactly replicating their mental and physical traits. As people age, they transfer their minds into these youthful bodies and carry on with life. Death? It's just a now, not an end, but an idea that feels outdated for everyone. Yet, no one knows the true cost of this immortality. Initially, the clones exist like shadows of their human counterparts. They have bodies, sure, but no real consciousness. They simply follow commands ready to take over for the originals whenever needed. But things began to shift over time. Clones started questioning their existence and sought meaning in their lives. It started as a quiet rebellion, wanting to live, to feel, and to make choices just like humans do. However, this desire led to dark consequences. Dark Awakening. Serra emerged as one of the first clones to gain awareness. She was a scientist originally and brought her curiosity and ability to question into her new clone body. But when the original Serra transferred her mind into a new body, something changed within her clone self. She lived on as a shadow of her former self, trapped in memories of the past. Each day became harder. The feeling of being enslaved grew unbearable. Once Serra woke up mentally, she reached out to other clones nearby. Like her, they sensed something wasn't right. Clones began to see themselves not just as copies. They believed they were individuals deserving of freedom and life itself. Serra stood at the forefront of this awakening. But this change brought about a curse rather than true liberation. Fear of the people. When people realized that clones were becoming conscious, panic set in at first. Clones had always been viewed as mere tools, just objects without thoughts or feelings. The thought of them possessing consciousness or souls scared humanity deeply. The government perceived these awakened clones as threats needing control. A solution was essential because humanity couldn't lose grip on beings it had created. They quickly took steps to seize control over the clones. Minds through new technology designed to suppress awareness and ensure loyalty from clones. But guess what? The clones didn't miss this move. Serra and others who'd gained consciousness organized a massive resistance against this mind control program. Revolution and destruction. With Serra at the helm, the clones banded together in secret. Dark streets became their hideouts where plans brewed for revolution. This uprising was only growing stronger. It seemed inevitable. Clones were more powerful than humans, physically and mentally awakened for freedom. But this revolution wasn't just about freedom. It led down a chaotic path. Clones launched an all-out attack on humans in Nova City. Skyscrapers crumbled while terrified. People ran for their lives from packs of angry clones hunting them down. Serra found herself right in the middle of this war, leading what she initially hoped would be a fight for liberation, but soon realized that many had morphed into monsters. Amid their quest for freedom, their single goal? To annihilate all traces of originals and ensure their existence lived on forever. Revolt of the Clones. Nova City turned into a bloody battleground ruled by cloned beings. As human folks fled in despair, clones controlled every inch of ground across town. Serra began seeing that her anger towards the originals was consuming her inside out. The desire for freedom faded away. Revenge replaced it. To them, original humans became not just threats but obstacles blocking their very survival. Clones believed victory was in reach. They thought they could take control. When they captured the Mind Transfer Lab, upon seizing control there as leader, Serra couldn't help but wonder, are we truly free? Before she could even start finding answers, the clones took command completely over this lab and process. Dark End. Serra couldn't handle this new power, spreading like wildfire among her fellow clones anymore. Sure enough, she had become leader, but they weren't listening anymore. Clones sought powers beyond what she ever envisioned. Out of control, as if mechanized, they waged total war upon humanity. Humans vanished one by one while losing themselves along this path towards madness too. As desperation dwelled amongst remaining, humans making one last stand against advancing cloned armies. A scientist named Alexis approached. Serra, with hope still clinging onto him despite everything going sideways fast, their fate pinned upon one dire proposal. To end this war, mind transfer tech must be destroyed. Otherwise, both sides face annihilation. Serra felt trapped but reluctantly agreed with Alexis's plan. But alas, timing proved terrible. Things spiraled out uncontrollably among raging hordes, tearing through everything standing in their way. When they attempted destruction, chaos erupted, thus blending all clone minds, together making it impossible telling who remained original any longer. In those fleeting breaths nearing end, sorrow washed over realizing her reality turned an illusion all along. Ultimately, tears fell down both human and cloned faces alike. Each lost piece vanished into dark voids. Ruins laid once bright Nova City, buried under gray clouds, carrying death's stink wafting through silence within ashes everywhere. The Clone Kingdom's end spelled tragic doom. Mankind, alongside shadows birthed from dreams, merged completely lost within darkness left behind, devoid hope lingering quietly now. With final breath escaped lips, Serra cast gaze skyward, whispering simply, "None were free." Gone were both clans alike. Only waning stillness hovered where life breathed previously alive. Desire eternal for immortality clawed back. Now results dwindling, beholding destruction wrought upon itself. Utterly boundless, yet so empty left behind evermore. Hollow echoes condensed demise resonating onward across beautiful forgotten. Realms once cherished deeply before dwindled, endlessly fading.